shoulder. What you savages think of that thing? We are not crapping around. This is not your father's Evil Dead. Yeah. What did you just say? Yeah, you should. What are you doing here, punk? You should be home sucking your thumb. Maybe we get more house lights in here so I can see you people. I know who I'm dealing with here. There we go. Now turn them off. Turn them off. That's fine. Yeah, now keep. I'm just kidding. Turn them on. A little more. Almost enough. I'm starting to see people's beady little eyes. All right. A little more. A little more. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Good. Wow. So, any questions about the new Evil Dead, the Evil Dead remake? Yes. You will not be able to get in. Next question. And thank God for that. Your mother will just rip it off the internet. Don't worry about it. Yes. Am I going to make a cameo? See the movie and find out. That's how that works, baby. No spoilers today. Come on. Yes, about Evil Dead the remake. Yes. Is the Oldsmobile Classic in it? Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. There's certain things you must have in a horror movie. Sam's car is a piece of crap, 73 Delta 88 that I've tried to kill on numerous occasions. That movie, that car, by the way, is in Oz. How the hell can you put that car in Oz? I don't even know. I just know that the prop guys were like, it's in the movie, it's in the movie. Sam Campbell was in the movie, it's in the movie. It's in the movie. You'll never spot it in 100 million years. It's in Quick and the Dead. You realize that? That's a Western. Where are you going to put it? Sam stripped it down to a chassis and built a wagon on top of it. Something wonderful must have happened in that car. He put that in every single one of his movies. Because it's not necessary. It's expensive and unnecessary. But it's in the remake, because you gotta have it. Any other questions about the remake?
Your boomstick.
The boomstick? This is a remake of part 1, not Army of Darkness. Will there be a remake of Army of Darkness? If Evil Dead the remake makes a sack full of dough, you bet your ass. There's plenty of young actors that we can exploit out there. You should see it. These actors, we tormented the hell out of these actors for the remake. I sent them an email before the shooting. I'm like, don't come crying to me, baby. Come crying. Go home and cry to mama. Don't come crying to me. So, yes. There's no Ash character in the movie. Who, if they was to go, oh, you're different than Bruce, they're screwed either way. So just the 5 new kids, creepy cabin, book that they shouldn't have touched, that they can't help themselves, and they are cosmically screwed for 90 minutes. That's the same. There's not many people getting out alive, let me just tell you that. Any other questions about the remake before we open it up to your tragic problems? Yes. Stand up when you ask your question, too, because I want everyone to delight in your t-shirts and your silly outfits and your baseball hats and whatever. Yes?
Well, I knew there was an idea for a new Evil Dead that you were possibly going to be in.
You knew that there was an idea that I might... A rumor, so you don't know, do you? And you heard it on where? The internet. Must be true. You know, I've died 8 times on the internet. Actor Bruce Campbell falls off a cliff in New Zealand, dead. I'm a little long in the tooth, but I ain't dead. But I digress. What was your cheeseball diverging question?
How did the idea for the remake get started?
How did it get started? A short film called Panic Attack, directed by Fede Alvarez. Yeah, that kid's seen it. And it made a big impression, and Fetty was literally in people like Steven Spielberg's office 3 weeks later. It was robots attacking a city that he did for like $4 in Uruguay. He's a Uruguayan filmmaker. And so one of the meetings was with Sam, and he was a big Evil Dead fan, and Sam got to talking with him. They were trying to develop a feature version of Panic Attack. And then that got bogged down in Hollywood. There's a shocker. And so they decided to do a remake. He did a great job, Fetty Alvarez. I'm glad we got him now, because we won't be able to afford him for much longer. Yes, back there. In the middle, yeah.
So I went and saw at the Hollywood Theater a few years ago your Man with the Screaming Brain.
Man with a Screaming Baby?
Yeah.
Why is that baby here? Anyways, go ahead. I was bad-mouthing? Yeah, I was bad-mouthing. You bet, bad-mouthing them all. Yeah, that was me. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. What changed my mind? The demand for it changed my mind. He kept going, give us an Evil Dead movie. Give us an Evil Dead movie. I've been working on a TV show for 7 years. People think I died within the industry. Sam Raimi's doing the biggest budget movies in all of Hollywood. We have a day job, so when the hell were we going to do another one of these? So there you go. So let's do a different version. Let's do a version where you can't see the green garden hose that's spewing the blood. Is that too much to ask? Oh, but the original was so charming. No, it wasn't. It was low budget. If we could have gotten rid of that stupid green garden hose, we would have. But we're not like George Lucas. We go back and fix all my mistakes. What does he know? He's worth $17 billion. I'm sure he's home crying. I can't believe Bruce made fun of me for fixing all my movies. I'm gonna crush him. I think it can't happen. Yeah.
So do you think this new director...
Are you an Hachetta? Nice!
Of course I am!
Okay.
So do you think
A chick with blood all over is pretty hot.
So do you think this new director...
Are you flashing me? We have screaming babies here. Okay, sorry, I digress.
So do you think this new director is tormenting these kids as much as Sam and
The new
Rob
director, yes.
has tormented...
Yes, Jane Levy, the star of the show, at one point walked away from the set tearing her clothes off of her body and mumbling. We're like, yeah, it's the way you piece of shit, son of a bitch, rebate bullshit. Exactly how it went. Did I have any sympathy for her?
No.
Nah. Sam would poke me in my ankle with a stick if I was hurt in the ankle. And he'd be laughing while he was doing it. So yes, Fetty tormented them a great deal. Yes?
So, we all know that the budget on the first Evil Dead was minuscule to non-existent.
Minuscule, yeah.
How much,
So you say, sitting in your little seat here, knowing everything. It's a pain in the ass to get that much money, pal. I tell you, there's a lot of money to us. That green garden hose cost $60. How much easier was it?
and also,
A lot. Being on the production side, I was on the production side of the first one.
but exclude, well, bar that you have cameos, being exclusive.
Don't split hairs. We're getting it.
Rather than being on the acting side, what was it like being more...
It was great being a producer. Change this, and they do. Cut this, and they do. As an actor, you go, I don't like that. Shut up, you're an actor. You know? I like being a producer. That's what I'm talking about. Let's open it up to broader topics like weirdos in Portland. Keep Portland weird. All right. Who thinks they're weird here? How do you define weird? Like who? Can somebody stand up and give me an example of why
I'm
they...
from Portland. I've been here 5 generations.
That's not weird, that's lame. tree don't fork, neither. Why does that make you weird?
I ain't leaving. Ever.
Obviously. Why does that make you weird?
Shut up, asshole.
1, 2, 3, sit down. Can someone answer that legitimately? Who thinks they're weird? Do you think you're weird? Stand up. You're not weird enough. Sit down. Anybody here who's weird? You're a kid. You don't know anything. Sit down. Man, you're pretty weird. I accuse you of being weird. I told you were weird. Why do you think you're weird?
Because I got the Bruce Campbell seal of approval.
Seal of approval. No, but see, you didn't think you were weird before. You think you're normal.
I wouldn't say normal's a very subjective term.
It is very subjective, isn't it?
It's, weird. It's
But to someone in Albuquerque, New Mexico, you might be a little weird.
exactly right.
Did you move to Portland in order to wear kooky dresses and strange hairdos like
No, I
that?
did not. I chose to ostracize myself as a youth. So I've been for all my life. So.
You've lived there all your life. There's another guy back there who ain't leaving. Hey, come on. Come on. I know you guys are hooking up at these conventions. I've seen it. It's a horrifying. Well, okay, fine. No one's really weird enough. That's fine. See you later, everybody. Good night. All right, now's your chance to ask those obscure, obtuse, insightful questions. Yes. Yes, Mr. Non-Weirdo. Go ahead, stand up. You look weird enough.
What did you think of Evil Dead the musical, and what do you think of the actor who portrayed you?
What did I think of Evil Dead the musical?
Yeah.
And the actor who portrayed me?
In the musical, yeah.
The original guy, Ryan. He hated me. I remember meeting him. Hey, Ryan, Bruce Campbell, how are you? He's like, yeah. I was like, what the hell's your problem? He goes, you only did this like 3 times. I watch 7 shows a week and a matinee on Saturdays. He's got to cut his hand off like every day. I only had to do it once. Like you took the job, idiot. I like it. The musical, if you've never seen it, it's great. The first 3 rows are the splatter zone. They're covered with garbage bags because you will get hit with flying blood. Because when they cut your hand off, it just... And if someone's being a jerk, you're doomed. Because they'll just walk over and go, oh, thinking like they're acting, but basically just hosing you down. And that musical is really, it's magical. Because if you see it really well done, with good actors, in a very snappy production, it's a lot of fun. And if you see it like I did in Bend, Oregon, with no money and questionable actors, it's still a lot of fun. You can't lose with Evil Dead the musical. Whether it sucks or it doesn't, you're still going to laugh your ass off. My favorite number is called What the Fuck Was That? It's got a great tone. It's like beach blanket bingo. And the kids are driving up to the cabin at the beginning. They're all holding a piece of the car. Like it's, Frankie Avalon movie. And then the trouble starts. I recommend it. It's fun. They did a good job. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Ninja Master. With...
That's kind of weird.
Oh, what? You just fell into that this morning? I see. Or did you come from a different dimension? Called Seattle. Oh, speak more slowly. I hope we're not too organized for you here. Perhaps you like things a little more, I don't know, full of anarchy. What's your point, ninja anarchist?
Okay. My wife and I are huge Burn Notice fans.
Uh-huh.
Watched it from the beginning.
Burn Notice fans from the beginning.
Absolutely. Sam Ash, Scott Finley forever.
Good, very good. Are we getting to a question, or are we...
We miss like the old feel with bikinis and mojitos and
You
stuff.
miss the old feel of mojitos and bikini. More boobs. You're a woman, why are you saying that? Boobs are boobs, I guess, right?
Is there any chance that you could use your divine Bruceness to convince Matt and Nix to make it less...
Yeah, I'll talk to Matt Nix and convince him not to progress the story at all. So that you can stand up at the next convention and go, why is the story not progressing? I'm never leaving Oregon, ever. Thank you for your obtuse question. Yes. Yeah, close enough, sure. Yeah.
kind of obscure. I grew up in Clawson.
Kind of obscure. You grew up where in Clawson, Michigan?
Yeah. So
Then I'll speak really slow.
appreciate that.
My home state of Michigan he's referring to.
Yeah. Royal Oak.
Clawson, there wasn't really a Clawson. It wasn't really a town. It was like a strip mall and a
Still is.
place you could get like plastic flowers. Yeah, how's Clawson doing these days?
Don't know. Moved out of
It's
there
in
about
between
4 years
Royal Oak
ago.
and nowhere, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Royal Oak and Troy. I still have my house in Royal Oak. This is odd, but
Oh, that's so good that I know that.
Yeah. No.
You have a house.
I say it because I was wondering what street you grew up.
What street I grew up on?
Yeah, in Royal Oak.
In Royal Oak. I was born at Beaumont Hospital, same hospital as Sam Raimi. I paid the doctor to slap him when he came out. I was over on Lafayette Avenue by the railroad tracks.
Okay.
Thanks for reminding me of the period where I was broke off my ass. Thank you for that. Yes, waving your hand back there. How does it feel to be the only man who's ever defeated Spider-Man? You're referring to Spider-Man 2, I believe, sir, where I played the snooty usher. Seemingly small, insignificant role, but I did not let Peter Parker in to see his girlfriend be in a play. So yes, technically I'm the only character who's ever defeated Spider-Man. To answer your question, it feels unique. Hell, I named the character in the first one. Huh? Forgot that one, didn't you? Spider-Man comes to me for help in the third one. How many superheroes come to a mere mortal? Not that many, but there's one of them. Did I help him? No, because he was kind of a dick to me in the first 2 movies. Yes. Somebody just stand up.
Quick question.
Those are my favorite, the quick questions.
How's the practical effects in the Evil Dead trilogy?
How are the what?
Practical effects.
What about the practical effects?
How much torture did you guys go through during doing those 3 movies?
A lot. It's really hard to describe. I don't really want to describe it because it brings back horrible, painful memories. When you were broke, how did that feel? You are now. Oh, because you paid to get in here? All right, come up here, sir. Come up here. Come up here. Don't be afraid. He's broke. I'm going to give you a $2 subsidy. In return, you will not stab my eyes out in the parking lot. Thank you.
Can I go next?
Right, because you'll figure out some other heinous way. Yes, over here.
Have you ever gone to a strip club with Sam Raimi?
Have I ever gone to a strip club with Sam Raimi? You're getting pretty personal now. What would be the end benefit of that? Like, why do you think we would go to a place where you can see movies that you can't touch or do anything else? You can do nothing but be tormented and pay way more for drinks that are shitty pours. Yeah! Yeah, you must be from Gresham. Either that or Olympia, Washington. I like the Pacific Northwest, so shut up. Yeah. Everyone was behind him. I love that.
I don't want to be rude. Hi, my name's Jack. I work as a PA in film. I've been doing that for a little while.
Nice.
I fly out tomorrow.
Have you worked on Leverage here?
No, actually, I visited set one day with the Crafty Kids.
You visited set?
For Leverage, yeah.
TV shows here in town and you can't get a job on it.
No. Last year I was
You must be a great
PA. I was wondering, when is the next film you plan to bring to Oregon or Southern
When's the
Oregon?
next film I plan to bring to Oregon?
I know you have you filmed My Name Is
When's the next
on
film
Property.
you plan to finance of mine? I love the state. I will shoot here again in a second.
On your property?
Not on my property ever again. I'll never shoot another foot of film on my property. Yeah, I will shoot you if you come on my property. And I don't even have a gun. That's how bad it's going to be. I'll shoot you with a stick. Don't ever let anyone film in your house. Oh, it's just a couple of hours. Meanwhile, they're tearing up your driveway and driving across your yard. It's bad. Yes.
What's your favorite character you've ever played?
My favorite character I've ever played. Well, since you pay for it, what's yours? They're all favorite to me.
Okay, well, I love Sam.
You love Sam.
But we
Sam
recently
Axelberno.
just saw an episode of Hercules.
You just saw Hercules?
With the red hair?
With the red hair.
Orange
Yeah.
hair you
I
have
was
going
playing
on.
Rob Tappert. That was an episode where Kevin Sorbo had an aneurysm and almost died. So we had to figure out something else to do. At the same time, Lucy Lawless' horse slipped on the asphalt doing an appearance on whatever, Leno or something. The horse rolled over her and broke her pelvis. I was very busy for about a 6-month period. And when the star of both of our shows can't do anything. Bruce, what are you doing? So that was a fun, busy time period on television from Hercules and Xena. Yes. Oh
When you were
boy,
making
wow.
Briscoe County,
We'll get back to you in a second, yeah.
when you were making Briscoe County Jr., what was your favorite part of doing that show?
Making Briscoe County Jr. my favorite part.
Yeah.
Just playing a cowboy. Playing a cowboy is an awesome thing. It really is, but you got to kind of figure out how to do it. I had to learn how to ride for like 30 days in a guy's ring, like a real wrangler who was very bossy, but he knew exactly how to film horses. When a horse shows up on a film set, they don't know how anything happened. It's like a kid. They just wander around and eat things and shit all over the place. So I learned how to work with horses on that, which is really a very specific thing. But you know, it would, every so often you go, well, like in the pilot, I had to ride a rocket on the railroad tracks, chase a train, and then once I got there, I had to lasso the damn thing. And I basically just had to do that. I'm on the rocket. I remember shooting this. I'm like, okay, I'm on a rocket. And I come around the corner, and it's a real train, hauling ass. I'm like, I have to catch this train. But I can't ram it either, because in one of the takes, I rammed it, because I'm supposed to get up there and then stay even with it. Then I'm supposed to do this goddamn lasso the whole way, and then like lasso it and let go, because it was probably going to go underneath me and take my hand off if I still had my hand on it. So, yeah, it was pretty real sometimes. Pretty real. Kelly Rutherford, hanging with her, she's babelicious, so that was a lot of fun. And because I'm a method actor, you know that about me. If there was kissing involved, I had to get it just right. Over and over again. I hope my wife isn't out there somewhere. All right. Yes, over here.
If Chins Could Kill and Make Love Bruce Campbell Way.
If Chins Could Kill and Make Love the Bruce Campbell Way.
Any other books come out?
Yeah, there'll be another book. I'm actually going to do a sequel to the first book. Yeah! It's like the next 15 years of torment and heartache. It will include Jack of one season. It will include that. Yes. Off to the side there. What do you have over your shoulder? Are you just hanging around singing? Why do you have a guitar over your shoulder at a horror convention? To get an autograph? To sign your guitar? Who signed it so far? Wow. Did he ask you out? That guy's a little bird dog, I gotta tell you. 90 my ass. Hey Bruce, what are you doing later tonight? Well, I don't know, Stan, thought I was gonna go out. He's like, but you wanna go out? Go out? What are you talking about? It's like strip club go out? Stan goes to strip clubs. Because Stan has a lot of money. Stan can get the girls to do other things. Hi, I'm Stan Lee. Yes, I like that corner booth. Okay, sorry. Stan These people are going to kill me. Stan can't catch me, but his people can. Somewhere in the back, yeah.
What about her question?
Oh, for God's sake, okay. What are you, a public defender? Wait, oh, I'm sorry. You didn't even answer your question. Yes, ma'am, what's your question?
What is the best prank that you played on someone on set, or what is the best prank someone played on you?
The best prank played on set. I got a good friend of mine, David Goodman, arrested in Bulgaria. Let me tell you, you don't want to get arrested in Bulgaria. But the trick is you got to get them right when they show up, because they're completely disoriented. They have jet lag, and they can't believe anything they're seeing out their windows. Bulgaria was a communist satellite for 40 years, and when communism fell, every building that was half done, people went, "Who owns this building? It used to be owned by all people. Now, what the shit? Who owns this building? I don't own this building. Do you own this building? Who's going to build this building? I was going to, but I don't know why I should build this building anymore." So there's 1,000 half-completed buildings from 1989 with trees growing out of them taller than the building. So you don't want to get arrested there. But I got David Goodman arrested there. Because I did 2 movies in Bulgaria. Alien Apocalypse. And Man with the Screaming Brain. Wow. That was a lost 6 months, let me tell you. And so I met several Bulgarian actors because Alien Apocalypse went first, because I told my buddy Josh Becker, I said, "Good news, we're going to make your movie. Bad news is you're going first, because I ain't going first. I'll learn what you learn after you learn it." So he had several actors that were good, entertaining, fun guys. And so the costume department knew their sizes. So we rented police uniforms. And one guy was really big and one guy was little. So we worked out a device where the big guy would be kind of bad cop and the little guy would be good cop. And I would be David Goodman's savior. I would try and save him and help him in any way that I could. Their job was to get his passport as soon as they got in. Now, the way this works in Bulgaria, and it's a fine country, I'm not putting Bulgaria down. It's just not like Burbank. It's just a little bit different. Where you come in and you have to turn a knob to turn the lights on, because there's no elevators. So we were on the 4th floor of an apartment building. And so if you didn't get up to your floor fast enough, the lights were turned out on you. You wanted lights, you can have them, but you got to kind of haul ass. So, and it was very echoey as you went up those stairs. So I just showed David Goodman how to push the button, how to hit the buzzer to let people in. And I told these actors, I'm going to go over to his apartment and we're going to work on the script. And then at 6:30, buzz. So sure enough, 6:30, Policia. Policia. And Goodman's like, "Fuck, police, what the fuck?" I went, "Let him in. Let him in." What are you going to say no to the Bulgarian police? And he goes, "All right." Then we could hear. It's the scariest sound you've ever heard. Boots just coming up the steps. So I told him, knock on the door like you mean it. So rattle, rattle, rattle. As soon as the door opens, a big guy just is barging in.